This video is brought to you by Maypen Educational Centre, catering to evening CSEC classes and chess classes. Call 876-337-7374 or 876-775-6692. We got you covered preparing for exams. Andy Gone Nuts, 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is also brought to you by BLC Jamaica Security Electronics, specializing in alarm system, video surveillance, camera system or CCTV, barrier system, gate automation, and access control. Call 876-320-7711. That's 876-320-7711 or 876-351-1105. That's 876-351-1105.
Yes, Reggae Boys commentary, like and subscribe, yeah? Reggae Boys commentary, like, share and subscribe.
Reggae Boys commentary, subscribe, like and share. Is that the right order? Yeah.
Reggae Boys commentary, like, share and subscribe, please.
I'm Javon Watson and you're watching Reggae Boys commentary.
Hi, my name's Lee Williamson. Subscribe to Reggae Boys commentary.
Hi, my name is Joby McDonald. Subscribe to Reggae Boys commentary.
Skin clean and nice and ting and ting. I'm Tiffany Cannon, Reggae Girl Striker, and you are watching the Reggae Boys commentary. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Jamaica has won the World Cup. Just imagine that phrase. Do you think it's something that we'll ever hear in our lifetime? I think it will happen. We'll hear it in the Netball World Cup. We'll hear it in the Lacrosse World Cup. And I think at some point we're going to hear it at the Rugby Sevens World Cup. In football, Jamaica has won the World Cup. Do you think that will come to our ears? To see us lift a trophy high into the air. Do you see that being realistic? Well, a wise man by the name of Andrew Edwards built a philosophy and a structure and wrote down basically, in this sense, a way that Jamaica can win an under-17 World Cup. And I'm telling you right now, that the talent at Jamaica's disposal for under-17 World Cup can not only qualify for the under-17 World Cup, but win it. Yes, I said it. Win it. Now, I'm the first to tell you that you have to qualify before you can even think about winning it. I know. The top 4 teams from Concacaf will qualify for the under-17 FIFA World Cup, which will be hosted in Peru. The Concacaf Under-17 Championship is slated for Guatemala, and that tournament will take place February next year, February, March. So, as mentioned and as promised from a previous video, I will be outlining a Jamaican 11 for this tournament to show you the depth of the quality at our disposal. It's absolutely mouth-watering when you think about the prospects, when you think about the talent, when you think about everything that Jamaica has. It's absolutely amazing. And it should give everybody reason for optimism, and it should really, really, really give us something to really, really think about. So, without further ado, let's have a look at a Jamaican 11. Are you ready? I hope you are, because I'm going to show you right now. Let's start in goal. We're spoiled for options there. I'm not going to mention the second goalkeeper just yet. But right now, we have Dillon, Addai in net. Leicester City goalkeeper, tremendous potential, and to be quite frank with you, an individual that can surpass what his brother has done. And just to show you who Dillon is, well, this, my good friends, is Dillon Addai. That's Dillon Addai, the younger brother of Corey Addai. That's Dillon Addai right there, eligible for Jamaica's under-17 team at this point in time. That is Dillon Addai. What I'm going to do is also show you the other goalkeeper at Jamaica's disposal. That is what I'm going to do at this point in time. And I promise you, when you look at the 11 and the quality at our disposal for this team, you're going to be amazed by what you see. You're going to say, wow, this is a special team. This is a united team. This is a team that you have individuals that have played together. You look at this team that has quality around them, and I'm going to show you right now. And you might say, okay, well, who could be the backup goalkeeper? Well, I'll show you right now. That's Dillon Addai. And the next goalkeeper is this young man right here that I'm putting on the screen right now. This is True Grant. True Grant, as we know, is the son of Lee Grant, former Manchester United, Stoke City, Derby County goalkeeper. So True Grant is an option alongside Dillon Addai. That is True Grant with the agent, mother, and father. That's True Grant right there. So how is our team shaping up right now as we speak? Well, if you look at the team that we have compiled at this point in time, you'll see that at this point, we have Dillon Addai and True Grant. Let's keep Dillon Addai here for now and True Grant as one of our substitutes, right? Okay, let's go to central defense, shall we? Let's go to central defense. And we're going to stay up north at Manchester because we have a Leicester City goalkeeper and we have a Manchester City goalkeeper, and we're going to stay in Manchester and we're going to call up Ezra Carrington. Yeah, that's right. We're going to call up Ezra Carrington because guess what? Ezra Carrington is 16 years old. That's right. Ezra Carrington right now is 16 years old and he's doing absolutely brilliantly at this point in time for his club. Do you follow me? So that is why Ezra Carrington is in the mix. And I'm going to show you guys what Ezra looks like right now. That's Ezra Carrington. That's Ezra to the right. That's Ezra Carrington. And we're putting him at central defense. Ezra Carrington, remember the name. And who are we going to put beside him in central defense? Well, we want to keep that tandem, don't we? We want to keep that solidity in central defense. And that is why beside him in central defense, we're going to go with Jahmai Simpson-Pusey. Yes, Jahmai Simpson-Pusey in central defense. That's the individual that we're going to go with. And you know what's interesting relating to Jahmai Simpson-Pusey is that he's an individual that is also a Manchester City lad. He's also a Manchester City lad. He is. And guess what? He's showing some good waves. He's going to do that. He is going to do that. I can promise you that for sure. Quality player, hardworking, disciplined, and a great prospect. You guys want to see what he looks like? Well, I'll show you right now. That is Jahmai Simpson-Pusey. Complements Carrington quite well in defense. That's Jahmai Simpson-Pusey. Now, we're going to look at the fullbacks now for this team in particular. At left back, we're going to go with somebody that can operate anywhere in a back four. And we're going to go down south to London. That's Kaiden Wilson. And on the right, we're going to go with someone that may have the longest name in Jamaican football history. And his name is Reiss Alexander Russell Denny. That's right. Reiss Alexander Russell Denny. So Kaiden Wilson of Chelsea at left back, and at right back, we go with Reiss Alexander Russell Denny. And he's also a Chelsea player. Although primarily we're looking at a central midfielder, he can also operate as a right back. He has the ability to do that. 16 years old, in the Chelsea under-18 team, and certainly want to keep a very, very close eye on moving forward. So do you see the team right now? If you look at the team right now, you see Leicester City in goal. Left back, Chelsea. Central defense, Manchester City. And right back, Chelsea. So right there, we already have two Manchester City defenders, a Man City goalkeeper, a Leicester City goalkeeper, a Chelsea left back, and a Manchester City player playing at right back. In front of them, we're going to go with Michael Golding. Michael Golding. In front of them, we're going to go with quality as well. I'm going to go with Ethan Williams from Manchester United. And alongside Ethan Williams, well, put it this way. We're going to go with another quality player. Player that's I'm very excited to see. Christopher Dunbar McDonald. Number 9, who can also operate as a 10. And for the front 3, Ethan and Dunbar McDonald as the 2 attacking midfielders. Michael Golding protecting the back 4. What about the front 3? Well, without further ado, here we go. The man who is interested in playing for Jamaica, Omari Benjamin of Arsenal. Zack Lovelace. And for those individuals that don't know much about Zack Lovelace is a 16-year-old forward who currently plies his trade with Rangers. He was at Millwall, however, he recently signed a long-term deal at Rangers. That's Zack Lovelace. Played 4 games in the Championship when he was 15 years old. And now, a Rangers player, made his debut in the League Cup quite recently against Queen of the South, and now starting to progress and could very well make his Scottish Premiership debut after the international break. So Zack Lovelace on the left, and for me, the most exciting player that I'm looking forward to seeing. Remember the name, Malachi Sharp. Another player that has openly expressed to play for Jamaica. In fact, all of these individuals, not only eligible, but 75 of these names here are willing to play for Jamaica. Now, if you look at this team right here, the 4-1-2-3 or 4-3-3, whichever way you want to look at it, very, very few teams can beat this. once you give this team time together. And I know I haven't even mentioned about Whisper, and I know I haven't even mentioned about other players that have played so far in schoolboy football that have impressed at this point in the season. I know that very much well. But look at the quality at disposal. Look at the amount of array of talent. And still, True Grant can't find a way in the starting 11. And guess what? We're literally just scratching the surface here with a Leicester City player, Chelsea players, Arsenal players, Manchester City players, and Manchester United players. And guess what? We have not even gone into Aston Villa, Birmingham, Wolves, Coventry, Derby County. We haven't even gone there. But the reason why I chose players from Manchester City, Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea is because of the success that these clubs have garnered at Premier League 2. As we know, Premier League 2 is the under 21 trophy, but you also have the Premier Professional Development League as well, which is thriving. And in the under 18 league, Manchester City, they've won it 4 times, and they're also the defending champions. And the teams that have been the most successful in the under 18 leagues have been Manchester City, Chelsea, Everton, Derby County, and Fulham. The most successful teams in the under 18 league. So it's no surprise that you'd have 2 players from Manchester City at central defence. It's no surprise that you'd have Christopher Dunbar McDonald within this team. It's no surprise that you would have True Grant just even being in the conversation here, if you know what I'm saying. I've made mention about Malachi Sharp time and time again. He's somebody that I've spoken about constantly. You know? But all of these persons here are under the age of 17. And that is a fact. All of the players here are under the age of 17. So, honestly, when you look at the quality at disposal, there should not be any excuse about not getting to an under 17 FIFA World Cup. In fact, Jamaica should not be talking about just qualifying for an under 17 World Cup in 2023. We should be talking about winning it. We should be talking about winning the trophy. Just think about it. Jamaica winning a World Cup. Just think about it for a moment. Jamaica has won the World Cup. Malachi Sharp leads Jamaica to glory with a 3-2 victory over Brazil. I can just picture it now. But then again, as I've always said, in life, you have responsibilities, and everybody has a responsibility in a team. My qualification comes in talent identification, scouting, and analysis. That's my qualification. And that is exactly what I've done here. While I may have the contact for some of these people, the call-up has to come from the under-17 head coach. That's where the call-up would have to come from. I can say that so-and-so is interested in Jamaica. I can say that you're wanted. But guess what? You have other persons that are needed in part of that chain that would have to say, listen, young man, we need to speak to your father. You're a minor. Little things of that nature. Or to say, for an example, okay, can you find grandpa's birth papers now? Because it's urgent. These are the conversations that we need to have. These are the conversations that are so important. These are the things that we cannot avoid. And this 11 right here, I know True Grant is on the field, but look at this 11. Just look at the 11 for a moment. This is absolute quality. Quality. Rolls-Royce, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, top tier. And I promise you, this 11 can do wonders because you already have 4 or 5 that have played together and another 3 that used to play each other in junior days at under 12, under 10. So that synergy it won't be a situation where that is a issue or a stumbling block or a hurdle or Achilles heel. Not at all. This is a conversation that we can have with open arms, with confidence, that there will be progress. So this is something that we need to be mindful of. This is something that we can be aware of. So we're looking forward to it. So it should be good. For the under-17, you think them going to go with an all-local squad, or you think them going to couple European Academy players with the American, Canadian, and local boys? Look, if we want to go and win the World Cup, this is what we have to do. If we want to scrape through in qualifying, then we have the mix of the local-based players. I'm being completely frank as possible. Our best under-17 players are playing schoolboy football right now. The US, the Canadians, the Mexican team, they're playing at their clubs right now, and some of them are on the fringes of the first team. Some of them have made appearances in the senior team already. We can't say the same for our players. We can't. Because the US players, the Canadian players, the Mexican players, for the majority of their roster, they would already have graduated as professional football players, just like some of these men right here in this picture that I've shown. Is Michael Holding related to Mark or Golding? No, Michael Golding is not related to Mark or Bruce Golding. No relation there. Riches and Royalty Sports says, good night, good evening. How are you doing? I hope that you are doing well. Championship at 15-year-old. Well, probably a wonder kid, one of the few Jamaica wonder kids. Let me tell you something. Zack Lovelace, trust me. Yeah, just like Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham was 15 too when he was playing in the championship too. Jude Bellingham was 15 when he was in the champion. Martin Odegaard was 15 as well. When Jude Bellingham was at Bristol City, right? He made his debut for the under-23 team at 15 and made an impact there. Went into pre-season, and 16 and 38 days he played for Birmingham. So part of the setup at 15, but the debut came. But we know about the Arsenal lad that made his debut today at 15. And, they do quite well there. Joe Bellingham, who is Jude Bellingham's younger brother. Yeah. He made his debut at 15. Yeah, Bristol City at Birmingham City. Joe Bellingham made his debut at 15. And he's playing games in the championship too. This is big man football, Big man football. How is Omari? Not Omari Hutchinson. Omari Benjamin. Omari Benjamin, 16. Not Omari Hutchinson, Omari Benjamin. I believe it's 2005. Riches and Road is where it says Simon. Imagine if this side run out with some of the hottest local prospects. Jeez. Quality. Christian Dunbar McDonald is the next level prospect, Sancho-esque. Let me tell you something. That man is gonna be a beast. Look, even if he never plays for Manchester City first team, you can just see that guy playing in the Premier League for a decade. Trust me. Christopher Dunbar McDonald, he's gonna play for a decade in the Premier League, honestly. The other side run out with them man, plus the local man, them like Whisper and the American Canadian man, them. But generally can win it. That may I say to Burp, honestly. You put Whisper in that team, you rotate him with Malachi Sharp, or you rotate him with Lovelace, and a big side that, honestly, a big side, to be quite frank with you. Tyrone Lumsden, USA, under 16 captain interested, and is a good midfield prospect for USA and LAFC. Played in the MLS All-Star game too. Yeah, the thing is, I wanted to ensure that the particular name that I was going with was going to be one that was UK based. But you are right in relation to Cairo. Honestly, based on what I've seen from him, it is impressive. And we have every right to be impressed by what we see. Me did I got ball out Frederico Rose, but him just turned 18. I know, yeah. Oh shit, it's alright, it's alright. Honestly, schoolboy football should not be played by national players. That's my honest opinion. It might seem controversial, but our best young football players in the country should not be playing schoolboy football. They should be at their clubs week in, week out. I still think they should go to high school, yes, but I don't think they should play schoolboy football. If they do, then honestly, they just turn up for games. They don't go to training session for Monaco. They turn up to training for their clubs. What's the story about me and Whisper? What do you mean? What do you mean story about me and Whisper? I have no beef with Whisper. I have high respect for Whisper. There's no beef with me and Whisper. What are you talking about? I'd more than happily welcome him to interview him. Odegaard is abnormal. 15 and played for Stromgard set. Remember? Yeah. Yes, sir. 2005. Gonzalo Higuain and Girl. Yeah, you're right. The qualifiers is February, March 2023. February, March 2023. Giovanni, I tell you, bro, Velez a work on him, bro. Remember when under 20 I picked Cataract, I asked one of the coaches about him, and them say, you're a Canadian, them don't want him. That's what I say. Yeah, I'd love to interview Whisper, honestly. Simon, schoolboy should stop at 15, 16. So you're saying our best schoolboy footballers should stop play schoolboy football at 15, 16? That's what you're saying? Okay. All right. All right. I can work with that. Okay. So, like how England, they have St. George's Park. France, they have Clairefontaine, the same academy that Paul Pogba couldn't get into when he was an early teenager. We need our own as well, so that we can identify these players so they don't fall through the cracks. So between the ages of 12 and 15, you identify the best of the best in the country. So they probably only get 1 or 2 seasons of schoolboy football, And that's not to say if somebody's the top scorer in the schoolboy football this season that he'll never get a Jamaican call-up, because you've had plenty of players that didn't go through St. George's Park or Clairefontaine that are good players, like Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba did not get into Clairefontaine because he was viewed as mediocre. You see what I'm saying? Timor Peterkin says, up, up, up. So if you look at the team again, you will see Dillon Addai, Leicester, True Grant, Man City, Wilson and Russell Denny, Chelsea, Carrington and Simpson-Pusey, Man City, Michael Golding, Chelsea, Ethan Williams, Man United, Dunbar McDonald, Man City, Zack Lovelace, Rangers, Malachi Sharp, Man United, and Omari Benjamin, Arsenal. Arsenal fans will be happy, eh? Arsenal fans will be extremely happy. Trust me. If you look at Arsenal right now, we're talking about Keita Taylor-Hart, Omari Hutchinson, Omari Benjamin, Keon Edwards. We're talking about a lot in terms of Arsenal's perspectives, But it's no surprise, because if you look at that part of London, you do have quite a bit of Jamaicans, and the Jamaican community in North London, Holloway to be specific. It's there. The numbers are there. So no surprise, honestly. So that's how I feel. Yvonne, remember have them quarter sister Rose or kill, bro. I think if him say there can get a look in Bella's senior team. Solid says, can you name one schoolboy footballer from Jamaica over the last 15 years who made it to the EPL or the German League? Schoolboy football in Jamaica is pure entertainment. 15 years. 15 years would take us back to the year 2007. 2007. That played in schoolboy football 2007, 2008. That has gone on now. All right. Omar Holness played in the National League. Jason Wright. EPL or German League? No. No, to answer your question, it's a no. It's a big no. Yeah, Burp, would be nice to have a player playing in Argentina top tier. Simon, in Europe, 16 to 17-year-olds are playing pro football for their senior clubs, bro. My apologies. For their senior squads, bro. We need to stop schoolboy football at 15, 16 and have the clubs playing full season. Look, you're not talking to a brick wall here, okay? Because I'm telling you, if you look at the Canadian roster, the American roster, the Mexican roster, the Costa Rican roster that you will see at the Concacaf Under-17 Championship in Guatemala next year, you will see the rosters of these squads, and these players are attached to top clubs overseas. And if you look at these clubs that they play for, many of those players have, at a push, played for the first team of these clubs. And if they're not in the first team, they're in the under-23s at 16 years old. A professional will always be better than a schoolboy footballer. But I tell you, bro, it would be so cool if you see a next Jamaican playing in Argentina again. A next Jamaican in Argentina? I mean, it would be interesting. It would be an interesting one. You know, the Argentine community, in terms of their Afro heritage, it's not a whole lot of them. You roughly have about 150,000 Afro-Argentines right now within the country. So it's not a lot. Right now, you had Hector Bailey, who played for Argentina in 1978 World Cup. Christian Medina, he's 20 right now. Christian Nicolas Medina. But in terms of Argentine footballers with Jamaican heritage, I don't think there's any. I'll have to do my research on Christian Medina. I don't think so. But he's one of the few that has Afro-Argentine heritage with him. I did some research as it relates to Fernando Tison, but it's not Jamaican heritage. And his brother, Christian, but it's not Jamaican heritage. Jose Delgado, not Jamaican heritage. Honestly, the only person from an Argentine perspective that has some Caribbean heritage was Fidel Nadal, and he's not he doesn't play football. He's an artist. Paul Hall would have been a good coach for the under-17, but I don't think that the JFF is that smart, says Solids. I think the under-20s would suit him, to be quite frank with you, but yeah, I think he could have done a good job with under-17s. Yes, I think Teofil Bennett played in an Argentina club. Teofil Bennett was in Angola, my friend. Teofil Bennett was in Angola. Teofil Bennett was in Angola, and man could have speak Portuguese them time there, you know. I'm on Tier 4 Bennett. He played in the States. He played in Malaysia. Played in Sweden. Played for Petro Atletico over in Angola. And that was that for Tier 4 Bennett. USA's under-17 squad will be unfair. Rodrigo Neri from Atletico Madrid will be paying for most sides, and they have more similar to him. Yeah, you're right. Who is the coach of the under-17 team, Simon? Because if it's a local coach, we're not going away. Honestly, even you could coach this squad right here and take us to the World Cup and get us to at least the quarterfinals of the World Cup. Just look at the squad. Look at the array of talent in this squad. Isn't it brilliant? Just look at the array of talent. It's amazing. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the situation that we have right now. So when you get the chance, you have a look at this team, you give us your thoughts in the comments, and you tell me exactly how you feel about it. Village baller. Yeah, played locally, Village United as well. Bro, trust me, we had a Jamaican-based footballer that played for an Argentine club. Don't remember who. Well, it was not Tier 4 Bennett. But I don't know who you're talking. Kind of what Jamaicans in Brazil? We have Jamaicans in Brazil. Let's see if you remember. Then cool. If you remember, then great. Because that would help. That would help if you do remember. Put that team in the description because I can't see all the names. Okay, I will do that for you now. Do that at this point in time. That title is quite a statement, Simon. Yes, well, look at the talent, Mr. Galaxy, you'll see. Simon, talent until the competition starts and they look out of depth. Look, a lot of these players have played together, so chemistry, honestly, should not be an issue at all. And I purposely picked these names because of the links, honestly. You watched his interview on Manning's Man channel and you went on a trial for Argentina club and got my thought. That Tier 4 Bennett went on trial in Argentina? Well, probably it was trial then. Maybe it wasn't a contract, but okay. I'm putting it in the description now for you guys so you guys can see the squad. And you guys can give me your thoughts about it as well. If you look at it as well, central defenders, left backs, right backs, have the links. Ezra Carrington, Manchester City, is one to watch. And the other central defender is Jahmai, Simpson-Pusey. Central midfield, Michael Golding, Chelsea. Attacking midfield, Ethan Williams, Manchester United. Another attacking midfielder, Christopher Dunbar McDonald, Manchester City. And the front three of Zack, Lovelace, Rangers, first team. We're going to go with Omari, Benjamin, Arsenal. On the right, we're going to go with my favorite player in this list. Remember the name? Malachi Sharp. So you guys can now check in the description the team. I'm sure you guys will like it. That's 11 players. You pick, name, which clubs or school they play for. Chelsea, Manchester United, Manchester City, Leicester, Arsenal. Simon Arrow, winner of the Jamaican goalkeeper in about 2012-2013, played for Corinthians as third or fourth string and under 21st choice keeper. I'll have to double check that. Yeah, you're right. Club Atletico Banfield are located within Argentina. They did play there in 2005. So that is true. Good point. Good point indeed. It's 2005, yeah. That is so. You have 12 players. I know, Mr. Galaxy. As I explained earlier in the video, True Grant is the backup goalie. True Grant is the backup goalie to Dillon Addai. So that's the reason I have him just hanging around. But if you feel more comfortable, I'll put him behind the goal then or on the sidelines. But I have Dillon Addai and I have True Grant. So I'll keep True Grant here on the sidelines. Since that makes you feel a little bit more comfortable. But I have Dillon Addai between the sticks because personally I think he has the edge at this point in his career over True Grant. But Dillon Addai is who I have between the sticks at this point in time. Look up yourself, Simon. I know TF4 Bennett in 2005 played at Banfield. I know that he played at Banfield. Mr. Galaxy says, oh, Orlando Bear says, when the qualifiers start? The qualifiers are in Guatemala in February. So February in Guatemala. We have 12 players, that's why we win. Like we should the 2010 competition. Brother, I know Sir Banfield did play in a 2005, I know that. But them time, I think them was a first division side. I think them was a second tier club or a third tier club. You understand me, I say? I was just thinking top flight. That's what you're saying. Yes. So that is the situation right now. Yeah, very unfortunate. Condolences go out to the family and friends of Chris Zadie. Very, very sad. You think this group better than Mexico and USA? This squad right here? I think we'll get through the qualifiers, but leading into the World Cup with a couple of practice games under our belt, this team at the World Cup will create some headway. Trust me, if we qualify, that is. But in the earlier qualifiers itself, in the actual qualification tournament in Guatemala, I think this team can get to the final. Would be great if the national assistant coach these youngsters. I mean, not the local assistant. Oh, it might be under his job description too, you know. I think he'll get some time to work with them, give advice, and everything of that nature. So it wouldn't surprise me. So, yeah, that's where we are right now. Mm-hmm. Do you think the coach can put together a team like that and get them to play to his style? Yes. Devon Smith says, I like what you're doing, sir. Orlando Brown says, yes, Simon, no local coach to any youth teams. Well, the thing is, though, you are going to see a local coach with a youth team, minimum assistant coach. So that's something that you'd have to bear in mind and be fully aware of. So just bear that in mind moving forward. That's something you're just going to have to accept. So, yeah. So that's where we are. But I want you guys to look in the description. You can refresh this page, press the refresh button, you go down to the description, and you see this list I'm talking about. And I know 12 players are there. I did that purposely to show you the depth in the goalkeeping talent with True Grant and Dillon Addai. Central defense, Manchester City's heart. Left back, right back, Chelsea lads. A deep midfield position, a Chelsea lad. Two attacking midfielders, a United and a City man. And up front, a Rangers man, an Arsenal man, and a Man United man. Quality. Absolute quality. And that's exactly what we want. That's exactly what we need. So, I'm hoping that opportunity will come. Because when you put these teams together, there will be progress. There will be synergy. There will be unity. You will see it. I'm promising you, you will. So take a look at this team and let us know how you really feel. Because this team is capable of great stuff. How much time do you think would need with these players to get the best out of them? 2 weeks. 2 weeks together. 2 full weeks together. Don't be surprised if DR make waves again. They have some ballers from Netherlands and Spain with a few from Real Madrid. Yep, that is right. I'm not sleeping on them. Haiti, Trinidad and Tobago at youth level either, because these persons and these teams and Curacao and Aruba are looking to what they have. So we can't sit back in our rocking chair. Everybody wants to get to 2026 because this will be their best ever chance of getting to a World Cup. Curaçao's best chance of getting to a World Cup. Trinidad and Tobago's best chance of getting to their second World Cup. Haiti's best chance of getting to their second World Cup. Nobody is taking this lightly at all, because the World Cup is not going to come back to the Concacaf region for another 3 decades from now. So they know that it's now or never for this current crop. Barbados are going to their diaspora. Barbados are going to their diaspora. I'm telling you guys this as a fact. They're doing that right now. Right now. I'm telling you. Of course, I would prefer a month of preparation, but the question was asked, how much time do you think they would need to get the best out of them? And I would say 2 weeks to get the absolute best out of them. That was the question. Look how you go here, say, them bala go Europe. I go say, Zine bala, you after the trials. Oh, come on. 2 weeks Simon could never carry a cargo league the youth teams are playing. These are our players, some of them professional and some of them on the cusp of professional. These 12 players, if you look on your screen right now, are quality lads. Look on them. Look at them. And yes, I said it, Barbados. Barbados were also keen on Omari Benjamin as well. They mean business, and they're looking out for players as well. They desperately are. They want Tyler Blackett. They want others. So they'll be looking at their diaspora as well, and they have been doing so at this point in time as well. I didn't say Barbados is going to qualify, but I'm making the point that everybody around us in the region are doing what they need to do to get their passports needed for their players to ensure that they have their best possible squad available for them for Gold Cup 2025 and the 2026 FIFA World Cup. That is the preparation. That is the reality of all the teams in the Caribbean. Melissa Rita, Simon, good night. Can you tell me how much of them have a Jamaican passport? You mean this 11 right here? None of them. Burp says, Simon, it's the JFF we talk about, bro. Them, I got to tell the European ball of them for the trials. Not a single player on this list should get a trial. If you call up a squad of perhaps 30, I guarantee you 10 out of these 12 or 11 out of these 12 will make the cut. I'm telling you this, hands down. The only reason that perhaps one of the goalkeepers don't make it is to give that exposure of the domestic-based players. Barb says it's a patty shop. Well, times are changing. So, it's time. Under 17 level is one level Jamaica where a trial for a player in top overseas clubs would be ridiculous. Our under 17 locally playing lunchtime ball. And you're not incorrect, because they do play games at 11 o'clock. They do play games at 12 noon. Last year, Fogger Road played a game at 11 a.m. Yeah, and that 1 year, because of the thunder strike and everything like that, there was a game at 11 a.m. So yeah, that's the situation right now. So that's how I feel. I feel strongly about it. But once again, you look at this team on the screen. You also look at the 11 that is named, and you see quality. So trust me when I say this team can win a World Cup. It certainly can. Think about it. Sleep on it. Watch this video again tomorrow. and dream about the possibilities of this world, that this team can go and win a World Cup. That's what this team is capable of. You look at the quality at disposal. Why shouldn't we give them this ambition? Why shouldn't we give them this ambition? You set your goals high. We know the phrase already. You aim for the clouds, you end up close by. So even if we say we're going to win a World Cup and we end up in the quarterfinals, that's our best ever finish in any World Cup at all. So why shouldn't we have those expectations? Marvin Farron says, good night, good evening, how are you doing? Honestly, if trials were needed, I would say schoolboys should get trials and the ones that are playing. Absolutely. I believe if you have a philosophy, then you should make it consistent. So if you're going to have trials for players who are on the cusp of professionals and players who are professionals, like Lovelace, who is a professional footballer. So if you're going to have a trial for Lovelace, then you should certainly have a trial for schoolboy footballers as well. That's how I feel about the matter. Be consistent, be straightforward, because that is what you call equity and a fair process in terms of selection. If at the end of the day, Lovelace doesn't make it because of quality, fine. If he goes in the quote-unquote trial and doesn't impress, then I'll have nothing to say. I won't even say, well, reputation, da-da-da-da-da-da. I wouldn't say that at all. If you go there and you don't impress, fine. But ensure that that is the same criteria given to domestic players as well. Why not? And players playing in places like Italy or Spain or South America, even though they're almost pros. Yes, sir. You are absolutely spot on. You're 100% right. And that's the way it should be. So that's what happened. That's what should happen. Absolutely, Marvin Farron. You look in the description and you take a look at that squad right now. And you tell me with that quality there that Jamaica can't win an under-17 World Cup. Come on, guys. Look at the team. Look at the quality. And I know it takes more than quality to win football matches. I know it takes chemistry, it takes cohesion, it takes gelling. But if you look at it, the two centre halves have a partnership already. The left back, right back also have unity. This central midfielder has unity with the back central defenders as well, because they unite together. And this guy is like the glue between the defense and the attack. These two guys played each other in Manchester leagues, even though they play for Man City and Man United. There is some sort of synergy because they know each other. When this one goes forward, this one goes back. When this one goes back, this one goes forward. So they have that synergy right there. Lovelace was in England and played in the Championship. Omari Benjamin, Arsenal, knew this lad, knows this lad, knows this lad. So the middle of the park is quite simple. And Malachi Sharp knows Ethan from Manchester United. So he knows the type of passes he can expect. And Malachi Sharp can come inside, cut in on his left foot, bam, goal, lasso, goal. And there you go. It's not rocket science. Because I know we have a Jamaican-born Japanese player. Yep, his name is Musashi Suzuki. Musashi Suzuki is a Jamaican-born player. Played at the Under-17 FIFA World Cup in 2011 against Jamaica. You know? You know what I'm saying? One question, who do you think will be the coach of the Under-17 team? Good question. Because the last one was Hopetoun-Gilchrist. I don't think it's going to be Hopetoun-Gilchrist. I'd love for it to go to Andrew Edwards, personally. But my honest opinion, it might be the assistant to Heimer Hallgrimsson. I know Suzuki in Belgium, I just said that thing there. The player that was born in Jamaica, one of the players that born in Jamaica named Suzuki. But which Jamaican-born player are you referring to at FC Tokyo in the J League? Keirol Figueroa called up to USA under-17 last week as the son of a Honduran legend. It's a shame Honduras sleeping on dual nationals. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's 100% true. And you guys know that Musashi Suzuki has a little brother, right? But no, man, Suzuki there, Osaka, my virgin, burp. He's at Osaka. But in terms of FC Tokyo, which player were you referring to specifically? Alzheimer's. The only thing you can remember is that he has a name. Wow, the only thing you can remember is that him have a name. Boy, I'm tell you, you're not easy, you know. You're not easy, none at all, that I can tell you though. Not easy at all. It's alright though. I hear you, my boss. I hear you. But if you remember the position or the age at FC Tokyo, just let me know. And let me see. All right, just let me know. Just let me know, my brother. Okay, cool. Or maybe it's the academy you're talking, maybe not the first team, but maybe it's the academy you're referring to where he is concerned. Born 2004. Bless up, Simon. I agree we can win, but members of JFF Public said there's a quota system for under 17 and under. Well, guess what? Things can change. But bro, we have players across the world. Look, there's Jamaican football players on every continent of this globe except Antarctica. And guess what? Football is not even played professionally in Antarctica. Naoko Kumata. The name rings a bell, you know. But my sort of research gives the impression that he was born in Japan. Or he may just have a Jamaican father. So, yeah. No, man, he was included in the FC Tokyo first team, but didn't play, just blooded in the squad. Okay. The only two youth coaches I believe in is Andrew Edwards and Jerome Waite. Yeah, Jerome Waite could be the assistant for the under-17. Yeah, I could say that for sure. Yes, Giovanni, you did the 1 minute tell Uno about him when he was born here. I don't know my research. Kumata, based on my research, was born in Japan, but I'll do my necessary checks and I will get back to you. All right. I'll do my checks and get back to you about my research so that the brother born. But, okay. Duly noted. All right. I'll do my research on it. But he is 18, so he could have been in the under 20. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Much appreciated for tuning in. I appreciate it. Tuning into this live. It was great because I want you all to understand and recognize the potential, the great potential Jamaica has in football. This is our number one sport, and we can go out there and conquer the world at youth level. I genuinely believe that it's possible. It's definitely something that can be done. So I think it's capable for the country to go out there and make a solid impression. But let me hear what you all have to say. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe now to Reggae Boys Commentary.
This video is brought to you by Maypen Educational Centre, catering to evening CSEC classes and chess classes. Call 876-337-7374 or 876-775-6692. We got you covered preparing for exams. Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is also brought to you by BLC Jamaica Security Electronics, specializing in alarm system, video surveillance, camera system or CCTV, barrier system, gate automation, and access control. Call 876-320-7711. That's 876-320-7711 or 876-351-1105. That's 876-351-1105.